Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Shopify Open Training. We'll just give it a minute to see if anyone else kind of trickles in.
We're already getting some enthusiasm here in the Q&A box. Uh, Glad to hear that this is a hot topic for you. Let us know if there's, like I said, anything specific you want us to dig into or specific questions or anything like that.
All right. I think we can kick this off. Welcome, everyone. This week's Shopify Open Training is on how to use AI to improve your customer service. I am Justin Pfeiffer. I'm the design director here at Sunrise Integration. And with me today is Patrick.
No picture for me, but I'm over here on the side or the bottom of your screen or wherever. My name's Patrick, Director of Business Development here at Sunrise Integration. Welcome, everybody.
And Sunrise Integration here. We are your Shopify expert partners. We do offer success plans to help you achieve your goals. Anywhere from just simple support to help growing your store, all the way up to enterprise support with anything that you may need. If you do have any questions during this open training, direct them to the Q&A, and we will answer them as soon as possible. So today's agenda, integrating AI chatbots into your Shopify storefronts, and then using any kind of AI predictive answering to help your customers and alleviate the load on your customer service. And then having that AI integrate directly into your customer support to anything that gets a little bit deeper, and then being able to use AI to kind of read and suggest anything for emails, and also helping assist you on the back end of your Shopify store. So, AI, why does this matter? There's a lot of expectations that have changed over the use of AI. So ever since AI came out, even your customers have a lot of different expectations. We are all becoming very used to getting the immediate answers to our questions and relying on AI to kind of give us that immediate questions. Nobody wants to wait anymore. So your customers' expectations have changed with that direction. If they have a question, they want an immediate answer for it instead of having to wait or be put in a queue to just get a simple question answered for their order or their purchase or anything like that. We all want faster responses. Our level of patience has gone down. Um, Support isn't just support anymore. It's directly impacts the conversion rate on our store. And it's really just part of that sales funnel now. So, what's changing? Um, with the influx of AI, Shopify definitely is integrating a lot of AI into it. We're seeing a lot of AI players come out. Businesses are being able to scale and support their customer team or their customer support teams a lot more now that these more futuristic AI powered tools are starting to come out, and AI is going to be able to fill that gap in between where we were before and where we're headed. So being able to see that change. It's allowing smaller teams to appear as much bigger teams. So, how is it going to help your customer support? AI is very good right now at answering the common questions. This will help your customers get the answers they need for the simple stuff that instead of having to hunt for an FAQ page or anything like that, they can just simply ask an AI chatbot and it'll immediately give them the answer they want without tying up any of your customers or your customer support people. It's going to reduce that workload. So a lot of that repetitive work, that a lot of the same questions that you're going to constantly be getting on your site, you can actually offload into the AI now. And it's going to improve that consistency. So being able to help your customers answer those simple questions, and then being able to actually support your customers on the much more complex things, but then also alleviating some of that load using AI. So AI, again, it responds to FAQs instantly. You already have that information. If you have an FAQ page, you're there. That's exactly what you're going to be feeding into the AI and setting it up so that instead of your customers having to hunt for that page, they just ask the question and they're going to get the answer. It's going to help support your customers to find the products that they need. And then it's going to provide any order updates that if they have any questions, any of that information that AI can just instantly pull from the Shopify store without having to contact you, is going to give your customers the answers. And it's available 24/7. Even when humans aren't, the AI is always going to be on the clock. It's always going to be there to help your customers whenever they're shopping. If they can't sleep and it's 3 a.m. in the morning and they want to know where their products are, it's going to be there for them. So there are a lot of players out there in the Shopify App Store, and there are all at varying levels. So some of the top apps that we have for AI customer support. On the lower level, we have the Shopify Inbox that's using the Shopify Magic or their Sidekick AI to influence and help expand the Shopify Inbox app. Um, this is the very easy one to set up. It's the kind of that lowest level one. It's easy, it's Shopify built, so it's the free one to get into your store. To some of the more kind of paid apps like Gorgias for scaling brands has full AI automation that is the chatbot and the help desk. So it does have that AI built into the email contact and everything like that. It's that mid-level complexity. There's a little bit of a learning curve to it. The Tidio is for small to medium-sized businesses, growing stores. That does have the AI chatbot within it and sales features to help use AI to enhance your sales. That is also kind of that easy, medium complexity on that back end to learn. And then Intercom is the kind of higher level, that enterprise level packaging. It's much more advanced. It has the AI influence and the automation and data that is going to be able to help you influence how you're running your store and helping your customers. It is a much more complex app on the back end to kind of work with. So we have the Shopify inbox here in this Shopify store, and how it's going to use the Shopify's AI to help advance it is you have the instant answers. So this is the going to be the basic FAQ questions that AI is going to be able to help answer. And what it does is it basically scans your store. I don't have a whole lot in here because it's not a functioning store, but this suggested instant answers is what AI is going to pull out based on all of my settings within this Shopify store and just say, here's a lot of the common questions that you have and settings that you have inside your store that we're going to pull out and add into that instant answers area for you so that you can quickly set this up and get the questions that your customers are asking.
Justin, I had a question that kind of pertains just to this around setting up, not auto respond necessarily, but kind of like pre-canned questions or things that folks are going to want answers to. We had a question come in. Is there a way to train Shopify Inbox to respond about discontinued products? Right now, it's only saying they're out of stock. Is there some way to recognize that a product isn't out of stock, but it's no longer going to be on offer, so we can set better
Yes.
expectations for customers?
That one is it's a common problem that comes up a lot with many of other stores. It is because Shopify just sees zero inventory is just always out of stock. It doesn't know the difference between just out of stock and discontinued if you're not going to bring it back. There's varying ways you can kind of handle that. Besides trying to put this in there. I would definitely say maybe Inbox is probably a little bit too low level to be able to handle it on a per product level, um, without actually, talking to someone on the other end. Um, it would have to be another setting, with another a little bit more advanced one.
Okay. And we got to follow up on the questions. That was kind of what was expected, but saying thanks. And she said, I have instant answers to help customers make the assumption. So yeah, maybe there's another way to list discontinued products or kind of anticipate what the next question might be or something like that to help customers realize that it's not just out of stock.
I mean, just as a side note, being able to utilize meta fields, you can actually, if you're going to keep the product within the store and it's kind of out of stock, being able to use the meta fields to add an extra flyer to that product to say that it's discontinued, that it will not be coming back, is another approach. We kind of deal with this a lot, so it's kind of our approach to use the extra meta fields to help expand the information on it.
Okay, so and just to make sure I understand what you're saying there, it would just you could go to that product page, but then moving forward on the product page, it would be displayed that it's discontinued next to saying out of stock. Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
that was a well-received suggestion, Justin. So
awesome.
solving problems.
All right. So if you do have your chat bot on your store and it's, being able to ask that simple questions like, do you ship to California? Yes, we ship to all US states, standard delivery, because it's going to be able to pull that information out of your shipping settings. And this allows it to get their instant answer without having to, wait, contact, send that email and be like, yes, we do, or having to kind of go through that entire purchase flow just to get to the checkout to be like, oh, we don't ship to California. And then you lose that sale instantly versus being able to answer that up front and, appease your customer before they get too far down that flow and then, just get angry. So, and then the expansion of that, so the simple chatbot FAQ, that next level up is how AI and the human are going to equal that best experience. So when you have AI going to be able to handle a lot of that simple questions that you don't necessarily need that human for, it can help for the majority of the questions that are going to come across in any kind of a content or that comment box. And the more complex ones is going to be able to suss out that situation of saying, a human is actually going to be able to is going to be needed on this one. This is a little bit above my pay grade as an AI bot that I'm going to have to pass you to a human. And and then it gives you that whole background. So that whole conversation that I was having with your customer, you get that whole background so you're already up to date instead of your customer having to re-ask that question to you get that history. And any of those chatbot apps within the Shopify apps store are going to have that history backed up in there so that you can do your homework before actually responding to that question. So then it makes you look like the hero coming in at the very end, and it makes that whole conversation seamless. Whoops. So the added addition onto the AI, so when you actually do respond with your into that conversation, if it is through email, you do have AI support through email. A lot of these paid AI level ones have that email support to be able to kind of pull in that response, being like, the suggested response, where you can just review that and then just hit send, to make it much easier instead of having to type everything out. Because again, it's going to pull in all that information into it. And then, of course, it's going to build off of the activity within your store. So the more that it's learning from your store, it's actually going to help speed up that process and make much more unique suggestions in anything it's going to pull back. So a lot of that time is, when you're writing those emails to your customers, a lot of the time also is, having to do that research, having to pull the information, but it's going to pull it all for you, saving a huge amount of time in responding to your customers. And then when you're actually in there having to pull any kind of information for your customers, Shopify has Sidekick, which is a very helpful tool using the Shopify's AI system, which is very aware of everything that's happening within your store. This is the admin level AI, so it's not going to be anything that your customers are going to see. It's all in the admin. Being able to use the Sidekick to help pull the information into your store and being able to actually give your customers either if you're on the phone with them, you're in the chat, or through email, you can quickly pull up any of the information without having to click through everything and dig for it. So it's going to work across everything within your store and be able to pull in any information that you're going to need.
Just a shout out Sidekick really quick. It does a whole bunch of stuff beyond. Obviously, it's a great tool for customer service, and but for folks that haven't dug into the power of Sidekick yet, to run custom reports or create custom even front end components for the site, it's really quite powerful. So for anyone out there that wants to explore, I would highly suggest jumping in the admin and checking out Sidekick.
And yeah, and at the rate that Sidekick is growing, absolutely. It is from, the theme, the storefront, setting up products, the use inside of images, product images. I mean, it is everywhere now. And it is just getting so much smarter the more everyone uses it.
Yeah, to some extent, you can even build custom apps and that kind of stuff with just a prompt. So it's pretty cool.
So, how does it really help you? You can quickly find orders, customer details, generate the responses to your customers, summarize the issues, if anything pops up on any of those orders, reduce the time spent searching. So, instead of digging through all the history or the logs or everything, the Sidekick will do for you. Simple things like before, where is my order? As a customer service agent, you had to search for the orders, hit that search bar, put it in there, check status, and then write the response. And now you can just offload all of that to Sidekick by just asking the simple question and phrasing it in the correct way. So if we kind of go over here, that new homepage instantly starts up with Sidekick. And then all I have to do is just say, where's order 1001 and what should I tell the customer? It's just going to go in, start searching for that order, and then pull up all the information that it can retrieve on it. So it pulls up the order details. So it's, this one has been fulfilled December 23rd, 2025. It gives the customer, and then it gives you the response. So right here, gives you the information that you can relay to your customer quickly and then add any information to it. So you can quickly respond, gives you all the information, and all I had to do is just, technically type it into that field and it pulls back all the information instead of having to go into my orders and dig for all the information to give the customer. So definitely using Sidekick to help you on that back end. It's going to be your best friend to save you so much time that, we all used to have to click through and do our own investigations before. So that is a few of the ways that you could use AI to help offload the work for your customer service agents and also make you appear like you're a much bigger company with a full warehouse of customer service agents.